Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Bit of a hiccup yesterday. That's my impression of a hiccup. Did you like it? Today. Ooh, this looks like a hard one. Night Terrors. We have it almost every time. Certain Future is very dangerous, but Shiny could give us a build-around card. But I look at this, you know, there's been 19 hours, there's something 18 hours and 5 minutes on this daily. Actually 18 hours and 4 minutes and 33 seconds on this daily. We got some incredibly low scores, but actually, now that I think about it, I have a different interpretation. Because there's only one path, the variance in score should be very low. And in fact, I kind of, you know, I'm not trying to fling accusations out without having a methodology, but it does seem very strange to me that there's, you know, 70 that are all within like the 800 and 901, 902 range, and then there's a market gap, and then a market gap. A little scary. Scary? No, but it just makes you think, which is a irresponsible way of saying I'm not accusing anybody of engaging in any impropriety, but at the same time, okay. Resting hurts us in terms of our max HP, so we want to avoid it whenever possible. Oh my god, it's grand finale. Maybe actually the run sucks. Okay, so how do you make grand finale work? Oops, I keep clicking off the screen here. Oh, in grand finale, people wear shoes on their hands and hamburgers eat people. Yeah, but it also does 40 damage. Well, the way that you would do it is, unfortunately, you would need to draw 6 cards. I'm just trying to think of like literally what could actually enable grand finale. The first thing I can think of is having a 12-card deck would give you the opportunity some of the time. You draw 7 cards turn 1, 5 cards turn 2. If you could make the deck even thinner, that would do it. 40 damage to all enemies is no joke, but it's kind of a high risk, high reward. This is a tough choice, in my personal opinion. Backflip, you know, it's good. It's block. Dagger Spray ups our damage substantially and helps us against multiple enemies, which is why I'm going to take it right here. But Backflip is, arguably, it could be up there as well. You're dealing 8 damage, so we'll do it like this. I feel like, you know, to be honest with you, the dailies, at least, and you know, you always gotta hesitate because you never know if this is just true due to variance or clumping or whatever, but I've been playing way better on dailies over the past 2 weeks. Let's just draw like an arbitrary distinction there. Than I did in Ascension mode, despite the fact that dailies tend to be easier than Ascension mode, at least recently. Oh, dude, absolutely. I love early backstab. I'm going to try not to just build a front-loaded deck that doesn't have any sustain, but for now, you're going to have 19 HP. How do I kill you with 19 HP? You're going to have 20 HP. That's substantially worse. Either way, it's 0 energy. 12. I think we probably take 2 damage. This is the most efficient way, I think, to do this. Take 2 damage. Hope to draw Dagger Spray and another attack. Even a Neutralize will do it. This just takes away their armor, at least, because I don't see any other way that we're going to deal 20 damage to one unit in one turn. Tough, right? 15 cards. 755. We'd like to get to 17 cards. It gives us a minuscule, like, 6-ish% chance maybe to get grand finale when we need it. But I don't know. I really don't know what you can do with grand finale except ignore it or hope for like well-laid plans and then just be in the right place at the right time. Piercing Wail in a thin deck, I think I really like, because it allows you, I mean, really right here on turn 1 you look at it and you go, this is awesome, but 11, 6, 3. So it's 20 damage literally. No, no, you're not charge up lords. I mean, a very tempting choice would be to take the shield guy off the table, I guess, but... yeah... I worry about this guy, but I think you can save him for a little later. And then, I would have liked to have not gotten the debuff. But I'll tell you what. I mean, we're really just waiting on a dagger spray to make our life a little easier. We know we're gonna get it at some point. Ah! That'll still kill Sneaky Gremlin. They're doing a lot more damage now. Right. Forgot about that. I'd prefer to block. I mean, we could take 2 damage in him. It depends if we're going to be weak, I guess. For right now, it feels like this is probably the most sensible option. I feel like I have a much more... nuanced is a very kind of hoity-toity word for what I'm about to say, but I have a much stronger sense of... we just have to do it like this. Even if it is going to lead to us taking 1 damage. A much stronger sense of how to, like, dynamically construct a run now than I did before. Even if I do still, you know, probably make the same mistake of adhering to one archetype a little too early on the run. I like a lot of this. I think Dash is really good. Might be thickening the deck a little bit from the get-go, but, I mean, it's diluting the strikes and the other garbage. Put it not so politely. Alright, we have a 17-card deck, so, like, in theory, there's something to say about that. You're gonna live, which is very insulting to me. This would have been a really nice opportunity for me to pop my strength potion, but we do still have the elite coming up, so we want to be a little careful about that. Honestly, we have to play a block anyway, so I think I would rather do this. We're going to play 2 blocks anyway, which is fine. It actually works out. I forgot we were frail. This guy's going to become sincerely very annoying very quickly, though. And it's going to start essentially immediately. Maybe this is a bad approach. Maybe you're playing the silent, you focus on this guy instead of killing the slime, which is probably the way I've tackled it in most of my situations. 23. I'll tell you what, take 2 damage, take him down to 17. We got the elite, and then hopefully we'll have the HP required to upgrade instead of rest. I mean, we're only 9 HP down. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I hate you. We'll take another 5 damage. 56. Still not bad with 2 potions, but obviously at this point I have to acknowledge, handled it wrong, life goes on. So none of these actually worked that well for us, but I think Predator is pretty good. It ruins our chance to use Grand Finale, which I think is a given. I don't think we're ever gonna get the juice we want to out of that. I'll pop it. We should have popped it before using Neutralize, but I'll pop it. Alright, it's a really good start. We're probably going to take 1 hit. And it would actually be really nice to get something like Pantograph. You know, just a 17 damage will take you down to 24. Oh, but we're... like, I don't even think we can kill you next turn if we use Piercing Wail, and it's whenever we play a skill, right? Yeah. So 17 plus 8 is 25, 16 damage. Yeah, okay, so if we take 6 damage, especially with Predator, we're essentially guaranteed to get the kill next turn. I don't even know if you can get... oh, are we weakened? No, frailed. Or vulnerable. That's still fine. If we get Pantograph, we might not have to rest. But we got Juzu Bracelet, which does make our life a little safer. I think another Dagger Spray is not bad, but not a standout deck so far. Okay, so Grand Finale is not worth upgrading. Backstab in a perfect world, perhaps. You probably look at Neutralize for extra free weakness, or I mean Dagger Spray fairly good. But neutralize being upgraded so it actually makes an enemy weak beyond the turn in which you draw it, I think is pretty good. 15, 11. Okay, I think I will accept. Do it like this. Hit ya, neutralize you, smack you again. Now you gotta hit me next turn, and for you to succeed, you can't draw, or sorry, I can't draw enough damage to kill you, which obviously has, oh, you're not vulnerable. That's, I mean, we're still gonna get you, but time will tell. I'll add a quick slash real quick. We're hoping for an 8 out of 10 relic or above. Blue candle. Actually good because it allows us to take on curses in our deck if we want. Find loot. 25% chance the monster returns. You found some gold. Continue searching? Yes. Okay. We are going to get loot after this, but this is an awakened Lagavulin. What do you do to me on turn 1? Yo, that's horrendous. That's like actually just terrible. What did I do to deserve that? The real problem is, I still gotta smack you. Because we gotta get your HP low before we get siphoned again. And this might be an absolutely acceptable turn on which to do that. Yo, I'm leveling with you. I'm a little frightened because we're not debuffed. We're like permanently compromised, like John Cena. So we need 27 damage next turn. We could compromise for our dex penalty, but in the end, we still gotta hit this dude in the face, you know? And we only have 1 defense. Oh my god, these do 4 damage now. My god. Well, if I take you down to 13, I'm gonna do like I think we're gonna have enough. I hate it. We're gonna rest after this, so effectively it's gonna have cost us 5 max HP to get whatever we get for fighting this guy. Which at this point, if I'm being honest with you, I'm just happy to be alive. This did not go very well. We got Happy Flower, an Ancient Potion, and, I mean, I will take another block, but I don't think Dodge and Roll is particularly strong. You know, because we've only got question marks, I guess it doesn't really matter if we rest here or we rest later. So let's rest here for survivability's sake. Unless one of these tells us we could have healed, in which case we probably would have saved him a 5 max HP. Absolutely, give me 250 gold, but curse me, and now buy transformative relics. There's a lot of, like, really good stuff here. I went for a bit of a weird build. I'm going to try to take on curses because we have blue candle and it allows us to compromise. Oh, this is not smart. This is not smart. Oh, we got it. Meat on the bone. And who are we fighting? You? 53 HP. I'm not going to rest. I'm going to upgrade, but this is admittedly dicey. Like, not a very shrewd move, potentially. 20 damage, draw 2. What do we need? What do we need? Draw 2 cards? No. Gain 6 block. Next turn, gain 6 block. Lose 9 strength. That won't be necessary. Upgrade a dash, okay? Meat on the bone could give us sustain, and Darkstone Pariept, or whatever the heck it's even called, allows us to keep our max HP high enough that we can actually probably rest, which is really what I was looking for. Alright, so you know how it goes. That's like the easy start of the fight right there. Now things tend to get a little trickier. This guy, he's just most of the time, he's a very basic puzzle. You know, you hit him like that, we're already good. We could choose to take a little bit more damage, or we could block for no reason, or we could pass turn. I also took Toxic Egg, because it's what I am, and that's all I am. However, let's get a block up first. 12 damage. This will only take me to 11. I'm going to pop a Dex potion. I'd really just like to not mess about with what we got going on here. 12 damage. I can hit you once. That's fine. So this actually incentivizes adding skills to the deck because they're upgraded by default, which I think is really good to get early. It seems like a high-quality relic. I mean, I say that as if I haven't had it 10 times in the past, but you get the idea. 27, huh? I'll hit you. I know you're not hitting me, but I thought maybe we might like to put up an extra block, but I'm pretty sure that he's not gonna do anything next turn that hurts us immediately, and that's exactly what happened here. He is gonna buff himself. This is a weak run right now, but I think it has some of the scaffolding you need to have a good run. Now you are just 24 damage. We only need to do 12 damage to you, so I do have you, but doesn't really matter what we play here. This is, for my money, probably the easiest boss to fight on turn 1 or on floor 1. It does matter to some extent. Can't play anything else. It does matter to some extent, you know, what the construction of your run is like, but usually with this guy you have the luxury of essentially fighting him as slowly as you'd like to, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. We might not be killing him in 3 or 4 turns, but most other bosses become, you know, they have sincerely incredibly dangerous attacks you have to watch out for, and this guy is just like, why do we have 4 energy? Oh, happy flower. Well, in that case, we definitely want to play our best attack. We probably do benefit from playing defend because we're not going to get him to transform anyway. And we'll accept we take 13 damage. Not that bad when you consider he's taken 142. He's 6 away. I think we'll be able to get him to transform. The thing is, if we don't get him to transform, he does like 40 damage, right? 24? Oh, because he's weak. So right off the bat, I think I do it this way. Might as well get you as close to the block breaking as possible before I come out. 7 cards on this turn, and we're just like, I mean, he's 75% dead. We're just walking it in at this point. It's so nice to draw dash on that turn every single time. Piercing Wail is, to be honest with you, not really particularly relevant right now. The reason we have Piercing Wail in the deck is to draw it against an enemy who's going to hit us. You know, well, let me put it this way. If you're fighting the birds, I think we should just slow play it, even though Predator is probably fine. I don't want to put any extra risk into it, even though we did take 1 damage here. If we're fighting the birds and they're doing 10 attacks, and maybe they've upgraded their strength twice, we're blocking so much damage. 10 and 7. Yeah. 6 and 6. Okay, we're blocking so much damage as a result of that Piercing Wail that it's really like, even if we only use it once every 3 encounters, and it blocks, you know, the idea I guess I'm trying to say is that it blocks like 20 damage for you instead of blocking 6. Why? Okay, that not the strongest Piercing Wail play ever. We only need to do 20 damage to you here, and that's gonna be easy. So luckily I was not penalized for my mistake, and we made it through the first floor. A couple of bumps, but not too bad. And I think, I mean, you gotta add Afterimage unless you can construct a grand finale deck, the likes of which I've never seen. Didn't even have to look at the cards, really, or the relics. Cursed Key is just the best option for us, I think. 4 energy per turn, and we can get rid of our curses anyway, for only a little bit of HP. Start with Quick Slash, because we're looking for, like, a dagger spray. Okay, we didn't get it. And our remaining options are not necessarily that incredible. I think we should just hit you like that. Dagger Spray is a huge draw next turn. We do have 2 of them in the deck. gets a kill, and then puts the other units one turn away. Okay, and we got one. Probably start after image, I guess. And I think I'll just, I mean, this is kind of what we wanted out of Piercing Wail, you know? It's like a, it was a 10 damage block. Well, it was a 5 damage block, but no, it was a 10 damage block because he's gotten his strength up already. So we want another dagger spray. Didn't get it. We're not gonna let you hit me for 4. But we are gonna make sure we interrupt this guy before he gets too serious. And I'll tell you what, there you go. We got 8 block, and we're rolling 4 over regardless for the next turn. We have a weak deck from like an attack standpoint. You're so lucky. I can't kill you, so as a result, I should play this. Either way, we only need to do 2 damage to him next turn to kill him, but we need some more top end in this deck. Like, Grand Finale doesn't count, Predator's fine, but, you know, we have 1. Skewer, okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. That's 28 damage if we draw it on a 4 energy turn, which is where we'd largely expect to get it. We just kind of don't have any synergistic effects except for curses that we're working towards right now, so. Well, usually right off the bat, we could also really use a terror, and that's maybe where we screwed up on our first shop. We did have the opportunity to buy like a Noxious Fumes, which really is a win condition, I think, if you manage to get enough block. That doesn't mean it's the only win condition, but we chose to choose relics instead of cards. And the cards with our deck, as thin as it was at the time, could have made a big difference. 35 damage. You're insanely lucky. Oh wait, but Predator would take you to 22, and then we would do 21 damage. Incredible. Well, we still would like the card draw. I really would prefer not to take 11 damage here, but we have no other option. I can't believe you lived with 1 HP. I'm not gonna necessarily say bad luck, but okay, weak potion, flechettes. It is an upgraded skill. So is dodge and roll. We're not discarding anything. I think flechettes for top end could be good, but I don't necessarily think we have a high skill deck yet. So probably early on you'd like to play that. And then Quick Slash is more, well, we'll start here. Quick Slash is more damage than Skewer per capita, so we'll do that. And we could do 21 damage, or we could do 14 damage and get 6 block next turn, but wouldn't we rather just pay for the block next turn? That's my opinion on that. Maybe I can avoid the confusion. Our deck is pretty cheap right now. There's a dash and a Predator, but we have 4 energy, so we're kind of content to play them. We have 5 energy this turn. I'll tell you one thing for certain. I think we should just play both defense and accept that we're going to take 1 damage. Right now, we're super happy that we ended up ignoring that because we had a turn full of 1 hand or 1 energy cards. And we're getting whittled a little bit. I don't like that. 22 damage. 13. Okay, so we're actually set now. That's nice. I was actually really worried about this because, again, we prefer not to rest, and moreover, we have an elite coming up, and the second floor elites are kind of in, especially early on the floor, in that dangerous position, I think, where you're like, you know, you're not strong enough necessarily to have a good chance to kill them based on, you know, historical returns for the first floor, but they're still going to be as hard as they would be if you fought them at the end of that floor, so I think I'll add a little Cloak and Dagger. to the deck. You get 2 shivs out of it, so if we get, again, what I consider to be largely game winners. I don't know, man. To be honest, I would like to remove, like, Grand Finale, which is a dead card. But at the same time, I'd like to save our gold as long as possible to get game-winning relics later instead of just removing a card that most of the time, I'm not going to say is irrelevant, but is not that relevant. And it has like so much less damage than I was hoping for. I'm very concerned about what happens when we fight this next elite, which is kind of why I'm being a little cautious in saving these potions. So we need to get 15 block, or to hurt him in some way, or take a dex potion ourselves. Because we're frail, I think we can justify a dex potion. Okay, so if we play 2 attacks, we're good. No, we're not. We're off by 1. And because we did so little damage to him, I would have preferred to have played a defend, honestly, but... So he goes straight for the debuff again. It's okay. To be able to roll over 6 block is not horrible. Really slow fight, though. We are weak for 3 turns. And he's dealing 21 damage. We can deal 20. We should be able to get a decent chunk of block here. We had 18 already. Okay, there's enough. Hit you essentially for nothing. And you know what? Give me 5 block next turn. I know that's a huge overblock, but it's either 5 block or 1 damage, which rarely makes the difference, but as we did see at one point, it did on this floor. 21 block. Okay, so that's horrendous. Just trying to see if I draw a natural weaken, and obviously I didn't, so in the interest of preserving our chances... Well, we still got the block out of it. In the interest of preserving our chances against this elite that's coming up. Oh, that's not an elite, it's a campfire, but we still don't want to rest. An upgrade is still better for us, so I dispute the notion that we've made a terrible decision there. We only need to deal 9 damage next turn. We only got to deal 9 damage that turn, but that's okay. Strength potion is good. I actually think we totally love malaise in this situation. Tips Fedora. Okay. Wait, where's the chest? It's coming up. That's going to give us 6 max HP and we'll be able to play it anyway. But start with a smith here. After image becomes innate, right? Skewer gets more top end, which I think is way more useful, but I wouldn't mind an early after image just to knock out those times where we take like 1 or 2 damage per turn, right? Okay, like this is what you want right off the bat is 50 damage, but 12 times 5 would do 60 damage, but you're still gonna hit me for 12. I gotta kill you. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and say that I will probably rest at the campfire that's coming up. We get question mark, chest, which is relic plus curse, then campfire. I'll probably end up resting at that campfire. By the way, I may well have missed an opportunity to play Grand Finale at some point. I already told you, in Grand Finale, people wear... 5 block. We have After Image? Yeah. We're not going to play 7 cards, though. But if we play this and a couple cards, we don't need to play Piercing Wail. Gotcha. In Grand Finale, people wear shoes on their hands, and hamburgers eat people. So, it's a backwards place, and we don't care about that card. That being said, I would like to not completely mess it up. I'll just kill you this turn instead. There's enough of it done there. I think we have enough energy to possibly make Envenom work. I do like Flying Knee as well, but I think we need a kind of more stable win condition. I'm not really trying to force a poison deck, but if we're gonna rest, we might as well get a book. because we're not fighting anything else. Necronomicon, first attack that costs 2 or more is played twice. Okay, this plus, and that's good for us, remember, because we got our HP back. This plus... Oh, ice cream could be okay, too. Necronomicon plus Skewer could be amazing. Obtain a relic, become cursed. Absolutely, dude. Snacko Skull. Whenever you apply poison, apply an additional 1 poison. It could be early enough to enable that. Okay, so we're back to 78 HP. That's more than the starting HP. We got a deck that's just chock full of curses. I love Blur. And I think we have to take Noxious at this point. And you know what? I hate to do it, but it's dead enough, and our deck is now good enough. I think this is an okay choice. So these guys are the worst. Obviously, see ya. See ya. Can we kill one on this turn? 11 plus 8 is 19 plus 20. 39 damage. 45, 51. So we could kill you at the back, and that's probably how I'm going to choose to do this. I don't mind. You lose 2 strength and get 2 weakness. This is an okay start, I think. I'm still not fully convinced in the power of this deck, essentially at all. But okay, first off, get rid of this. Secondly, this is your turn to make the Necronomicon work. 28 damage times 2. We're gonna use it on you because you're dealing the most damage to us. So we have top end. We have a kind of half like put together poison synergy that is not necessarily guaranteed to do too much for us now. But I actually think the Necronomicon pickup, you know, may well prove to be what wins us this run. You think about it, like the ability to potentially deal 100 damage on the first turn with a 5 energy skewer is fairly tempting. And then every turn after that, you can get some good stuff as well. To be honest, 12 damage for 1 energy is pretty good, but it mostly works in a situation in which you have strength up or accuracy. So I think distraction for free is going to be good, and we'll just hope we don't fight the Time Lord. By the way, we shouldn't be playing, we should get out of the habit of playing garbage defense items. This thing, I don't even think, if we play it, it doesn't do anything. It just costs us HP. Like, we shouldn't play a defend if we already have enough defend because we have ice cream, which will roll it over. But anyway, 40 damage. We can deal 91 plus 4 damage to you. And then hit you with an exploding potion. We'll take a little damage from this guy. Alternatively, I mean, what if I hit you 3 times? With Skewer. So like a backstab, quick slash, Skewer for 3, we'll deal 5, 5, 5, you'll be down to 12 damage. Okay, I kind of like this. So I think we do it like this. Weaken you, backstab you, and then throw in, you're doing 7 damage. Give me a dodge and roll, and then play Skewer for 3. That hits the Necronomicon. So we take 1 damage, which should not be enough to tailor our decision, like, oh, are we going to go to rest or are we going to upgrade? It'll basically depend on how this turn goes. Oh, dude. Okay, so let me think about it. I think we want to play like a defend, make you lose 4 strength, and then make you weak for 4 turns. You're still... we're taking 4 damage, that's not that bad, and he's going to be weak forever. We're at the point we may want to rest before the boss fight, but now is where we... Well, okay, the curses are kind of burning me up here, but... That was a complete waste of a turn. I tried, okay? There was method to my madness there. We just got a bad draw. We got to roll over a bunch of energy, though. So there's nothing wrong with that. And we'll continue to roll over a bunch of energy. Rest assured, every time I play a skill, I'm aware of the fact that we continue to get hexed here, but this guy being weak and having no strength is making it very difficult for him to hurt us. Oh my god, we have a second malaise? We have After Image, right? Yeah, okay, so we'll play Dagger's Prey for certain. And thanks to Envenom, this is applying a ridiculous amount of poison. I'm very sorry about this malaise action. You're 9 strength down and weak for 7 turns. With 8 poison on you, and every time I hit you, it just gets better, so... Like, Snecko's Skull plus Envenom is a potential legitimate game winner. Dude, Dash is so good with Necronomicon. 2 energy for 26 damage, 26 block. I think we like well-laid plans. Alright, I do think it's worth gaining 19 HP. Losing 5 max HP is the right call, I think, in that situation. So we want to do that. Start here, just see what you get. Alchemize, sure. Free potion, poison. Yeah, it's not bad. 10 damage, X times. So we can do 80 damage to you, that's pretty solid. And when I say pretty solid, I mean like, that's probably mildly above average for what you'd expect at this point in the game. So lucky us. Either way. I'm gonna... Should probably neutralize you, but... So we'll do it like this, you'll be killed. And then... You should be neutralized. 13 damage. We got 4 extra cards next turn. You're dealing 20 damage. It's not good. Both Skewer and Malaise work extremely well with Ice Cream as well, now that I think about it. So we drew so much. I think you have to go Envenom, even though it's expensive. And you probably go Noxious as well. The idea really is now at this point, we've hit like every enabler in the entire deck. We're taking 1 damage. Retain this, please. We've got all of our enablers out there except for After Image. This guy's gonna do 1 damage, die next turn. I don't even know what you're gonna do. Probably summon another torch. Yeah. So we're going a little slowly, a little more slowly than I'd like here, but a weakness is like, or a malaise is very tempting here, but you... I think I look at it like this. You need to get hit once. I think we'll play a dodge and roll with our last energy, just so we have block next turn. End turn, take malaise. We're gonna have at least 5 energy thanks to the flower. And a 5 energy malaise seems like a really good option. He loses 6 strength and is weak for 6 turns. I mean, he has hidden us for 27, but still, like, I think this is our best option on this turn. He's only hitting us for 13, which is, like, genuinely, sincerely not that bad. And even though we're weak, we can apply so much poison that things start to look, I think, a little better now. Like takes him up to 11, put that attack on him twice, you know, 15. Admittedly, like, an After Image seems like a good play. Yeah, we should have played it first, but it doesn't matter because he's not attacking this turn. So again, our deck, it takes a little while to get to where it needs to go. But once it gets there, it looks pretty good. "23 poison. I'm just gonna be honest. I think we take Piercing Wail. We'll potentially be very happy to play this card on this turn. Yeah, I think this is the right turn to wait for Piercing Wail. And then essentially, I'm just going to use this to add more poison. And And then you're dealing 8 damage total, so... Yeah, I mean, I think we're in an extremely good position. We'll probably kill the Collector right now. I mean, we're 40 minutes in, oh my god. On the 2nd floor, this is a slow one. Skewer is just, I was just gonna say, like, if you get Skewer here, you win like crazy. Please give us some kind of strength gain relic. Like, I feel like if we get 3 strength up, we're so well positioned. So Doppelganger will be, Burst will be upgraded, Doppelganger will be upgraded. It's basically card draw because we already have Ice Cream. What kind of skills would we play Burst with? Distraction. I mean, Malaise actually is kind of amazing. I think we'll do that. Take Question card, but I don't know if it's not amazing. We're not fighting the Time Lord. We're fighting the quote-unquote woke bloke. That's right, I read the Slay the Spire subreddit. I see what you say about me. Here's what they think about you. Do you think if we play... I think we can possibly... like, after Image. And then we need to play this and 4 other cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. In which case, I think the way we handle this, I know this looks weird and we probably, you'd look at it and go, please use Envenom. Oh wait, now that I think about it, Neutralize means 7 block. So we need to play this. And we could probably fit in Envenom then, which is important for us. See, there's 7 block. Neutralize you. This is so much better because we start to get that poison working on you. I really think Envenom is kind of one of our big enablers because we do put up a lot of block now, or we have the ability to put up a decent amount of block, would be a better way to describe it probably. So having a strike not only deal 6 damage but also apply 2 poison is really nice. But again, it's a little bit it's on the slower side here, unfortunately. Sure, I mean it's free. Oh my god. I'm mad. Because I drew Normality, I can't play Normality because you can only play 3 cards this turn. That's hilarious. Alright, well, life goes on. Again, we have meat on the bone. So that's 18 block. We can get there. We have 9 energy. Oh my god. Either way, he's dead before he can attack again. So, I mean, he'll attack here, but then he's dead. Meat on the bone, it can pull us back. So I think we have more sustain than you would maybe originally think here. Regen potion is actually very nice. Leg sweep is good, but if I'm being real with you, I mean, backflip is also good because it's upgraded, but 3 Malaises? I don't think that's that bad in a 35 card deck. We also want more than 2 energy attacks. Those are like our big players right now. So we'll drink our regen potion. This fight tends to go on not long necessarily, but start with a slash. Distraction. Cloak and dagger. Okay, so there's like decent stuff going on here. I think I should try to kill one. Likely involves that, and I still don't think I'm gonna get there. Definitely not gonna get there. So I'll put up another few blocks. You are dealing 29 damage, so we're gonna take 13 here. And that leads to me starting to look at our situation and be like, do we have any chance? I'm starting to think we're pretty much dead by the next floor. Like right away, 32 damage here. And I can't even hit you with like a poison potion to stop it. Well, meat on the bone, thankfully, it heals for 12, right? Yeah. It's enough to, if we make it out of this, it's enough to consider that we might have a decent chance. What a, just impotent draw right now. So you're thankfully dead. 18 damage. It's probably a burst defend. Defend. And then start striking on you, I guess. Thank God we popped the regen potion turn 1. I don't think this was the wrong turn for like a wait and see approach. So you always love a skewer. There's a play here somewhere. Like, I think it's a shame we have 2 X energy things. It's like I can easily kill one of you. But I don't think I can kill either. Like, I don't think I can kill both, is the way that expression actually works. And I don't think Envenom is necessarily worth it, so... Unless, let me think about it. If I hit you with Envenom, we'll spend 2 energy instead of 4, so the attack will be doubled. It'll do at least 40 damage. Yeah, okay. We're gonna take a hit, though. And I can then I can play this for 0, and I get a little value out of it. It's actually more value than I expected, to be honest with you. Being able to play melees for 0 is actually kind of nice. -1 strength, +1 block because of afterimage, and 1 turn of weakness. Do we have to play? We might not have to play this and lose 1 HP unnecessarily. Probably should have gone for the doubled card draw in hindsight. See, this time we don't have to lose the extra HP, so... All we need to do is kill this guy on this turn. 28. Not guaranteed. And of course we get no damage. Yeah, I literally think I can't get there, so... I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play a little dodge roll, and I'll hit you with an incredibly overwrought malaise. You're dead. You'll never do damage to anybody again. But now we gotta do like 17 damage to you or something. 19 damage to you, and 26 damage to you. Please. So you gotta go first, because you're actually strong. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong. Alright, well I guess this is actually not as bad as it looks, because both of these guys on the outsides are gonna die to poison next turn. So all we really need to concern ourselves with is the guy in the middle. So we did make progress there. It was just, it looked not amazing. So just really, give me a 2 damage attack. There you go. Okay. Oh, dude, this does not bode well for our future. If you want to go like that, sure. This does not bode well for our future on this run, but here we are. Riddle with Holes is awesome with, I mean, it's 40 damage, which looks a little underpowered, admittedly, but I think we want Cloak and Dagger. It's already upgraded, but... So we'd be lucky to live to the next campfire, but of course, that's what I'm hoping happens. It's not a bad Piercing Wail, if it's necessary, which I think it is. We'll start Cloak and Dagger. 4 damage, 4 damage. So that's one of you dead. And then we'd want to strike the other one. We already have 6 block. So I'll tell you what, don't play Piercing Wail. Or, yeah, don't play Piercing Wail. Play a Defend, and then Malaise on this guy. Loses 3 strength, 3 turns of weakness. Totally acceptable. Really just buying time until we get skewers anyway. Skewers, dashes, etc., etc. You gotta go first, obviously. Wow, this is just horrible. Defend, then Survivor. Maybe could have rolled over some extra energy, but no, probably not, because we're still gonna take 8 damage. Yo, there's too many of you? Just letting you know. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I think we're dead. No, we're not dead. I mean, like, I could strike you once, but I think we're kind of just running out the clock on waiting for some extra card draw. We're gonna have 8 HP. That's just horrible, obviously. Okay, we have a little moment of respite. I gotta level with you. I know we haven't drawn Skewer. So I do look at this and I go, wouldn't I rather have a 9 energy Skewer? But we don't need a 9 energy Skewer. We need a 6 energy Skewer that works twice. So, what do we need for that? We only need to keep 2 energy. Actually, Cloak and Dagger is a better option. So we probably should have actually chose to gain some block, but we're gonna roll 2 energy over because of the fact that if we do draw a Skewer, it'll kill this guy in 1 hit. And we did. So I'm not saying I'm some kind of mad genius, but it did work out according to plan. And we healed for 12. Hey, lucky us. I don't think we live to the campfire, but we're gonna try. I was just hoping for like an early Skewer. Well, you probably like an early backflip. You really want to nuke this guy, but like, we just do not have the damage. I hate it. Well, it really is a question, isn't it? It's like, this is a guaranteed 8 damage that doesn't cost you any block. Dodge roll protects you from a thorns, and gives you a little extra protection next turn. Malaise is just like, it doesn't do enough. I think you strike him. What we're really waiting for is like a, I mean, we'll have 5 energy this turn, so we could do 100 damage to the Spheric Guardian if we draw a Skewer. There's probably other things like a dash would be really good. We didn't draw a Skewer, so with 5 energy, I think you just play everything, of course. So Skewer will purge one of your debuffs. We only have 5 block right now. 11. I think we can afford to hit you. This guy's really waiting on this Skewer for next turn. We don't need to hit him that hard. That's the thing. Like, no Skewer. Okay, distraction, prepared. Ah! Well. Predator kills you. But it's kind of an overkill. But it is our only attack, so I think it's probably the best option to use it on this turn. Better to take 5 damage for hitting him than take 7 damage from not hitting him and not having... Oh, we're dead anyway. So, I mean, I can't shake the feeling that we could have done a lot better on that run, but we tried. We built... We didn't just flail around. We had a deck conceit in mind, and it didn't quite come together. Daily's getting a little tougher, maybe. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.